We like to think that we're being kind to each other and not causing harm, but actually our actions have unintentionally caused unbearable amounts of damage to one another and to life on the planet.
So many of us feel that it's hopeless, it's all doomed. Nothing is gonna, we're all doomed, and that's the end of that. Although we love this world so much.
We've been living in a world that is individualistic, very competitive. It kind of says, as long as I'm taking care of myself, that's what matters. But that's an illusion. That's false. It's not the case.
It would be hard not to feel anguish and despair and pain for the earth. What can I do for the future of humanity and for the future of the biosphere? How can I be involved?
I do believe that most people have some awareness that things are not quite the way we would all like them to be, and others have an awareness that it's actually a lot worse than that. And so, to me, the symposium, in its professionalism and in its presentation and in its easy, I think it's an easy way in for people of any walk of life to tap into. You know?
When I was learning more about what we could do or what we should do, the symposium just seemed like a natural next step to actually do it.
We found out about the symposium from one of the guides who helps facilitate it here in Brisbane, and we'd just been to another event and we were looking around for ways to get involved.
The symposium was an ideal vehicle to express some sort of activism myself.
The purpose of the symposium is to bring forth an environmentally sustainable, spiritually fulfilling and socially just human presence on the planet. The symposium is an experience. It's an experiential workshop. The symposium uses really fabulous video footage, really engaging, very beautiful to look at. And then in between those video segments, people get together and take part in really powerful group processes that enable them to connect with one another, to gain insights through listening to one another and sharing each other's wisdom. And that's what people really love, the moment when they get to connect with one another and communicate with each other.
You just looked in their eyes and you knew who they were as another being, or you could see the consciousness just in the body in front of you. I found that really moving.
You know, and part of the dialogue is, well, this person's chosen to be here because they're concerned about where the world is going, just like you are. So it really invites an understanding that none of us are alone, in this story and in this journey. None of us are by ourselves. Each participant will respond in their own particular way. The symposium isn't designed to just give you a whole pile of things to just go and do. It's actually designed to enable you to find out what it is you feel called to.
By the end of it, I had some clear things that I could do. And they were things that I could do, not theoretical things. They were things that were shaped around my interests, my beliefs, my abilities.
You can gain all sorts of insights into your own nature, into the things that you love, into the things that move you, into the things you're passionate about.
But where are we at and where are we going, and then what's possible? And I just love that framing. People can really be with that, understand it, understand how you fit into those three things, and so you feel it from your heart, you're not thinking it with your head.
A lot of people are actually aware of things like climate change and resource depletion and stuff like that, but it's not until they actually start feeling in the heart that they truly get it and actually will move into action.
I think it's quite amazing in the end of the symposium when people sort of start making up ideas for what they want to do. It's incredible to see the diversity of what people have, and it's beautiful as well. It's real.
Most people, regardless of their level of involvement prior to the symposium, leave at the end of the day, feeling really empowered to take action.
The symposium is kind of like an awakening as to that power that sits right here.
When you see something like the symposium and all the other programs like it that put it into that bigger picture and show you through like really distinct imagery, you know, the type of consequences that our Western consumerism has on like the Amazon rainforest and on some other places in the world. I think that needs to be brought up.
The symposium challenged me to act.
People are just invigorated after the symposium. I've had people that have been doing this sort of stuff, the environmental movement, for 20-30 years, and where one guy started bawling.
Overall, it's very inspiring, and most people afterwards come up and say, wow, it's just amazing. I'm just so glad I attended.
Whether everybody comes out of the symposium and wants to act, hopefully they do, but if half of them come out and they just want to question, half of them want to act, it's still a big improvement from where we were before they came into it.
And I just remember weeping because my whole life has just transformed. And here I was hosting a symposium in a house that's off the grid, run by solar, water tanks, composting toilets. My core business pursuits are all around either social justice or environmental sustainability, and I just saw that new me, and yeah, I cried.
So people feel so inspired at the end of the day that they really walk out the door and decide to change their lives in really quite dramatic ways.
I would say it's fundamentally had an influence on changing my way of being. And once you change that, then you change everything.
It provides hope where people who once thought that things were hopeless, they now can see this, not just a ray of light, but this giant floodlight that's starting to shine and to be perceivable.
We can no longer sit back and wait for someone else to come and save the day. Every single one of us can do something to make a difference. It's time for us as individuals to step up and take action and do something to address all of these problems. When we as individuals work together, then collectively we become a really powerful force for change.